In an era where innovation is crucial for maintaining global competitiveness, the recent actions of the Trump administration against the scientific community signal a troubling trend that could have lasting repercussions. As the United States grapples with the ramifications of these decisions, experts warn that the assault on scientific funding in education poses a significant threat to the nation's intellectual capital, potentially leading to a brain drain that could undermine its technological supremacy. Over the past few months, the administration has implemented a series of aggressive measures aimed at dismantling research initiatives critical to American scientific leadership. Notably, the revocation of Harvard University's ability to enroll international students has raised alarms about the United States' commitment to attracting global talent. This decision, coupled with the cancellation of thousands of research grants and the withholding of billions from prominent institutions like Columbia University, has created a climate of anxiety among researchers and academics. The proposed budget cuts to America's primary research funding bodies threaten to reduce their allocations by as much as 50%. Such drastic reductions could cripple ongoing projects and deter future collaborations, which are integral to maintaining the country's position at the forefront of technological advancement. The implications of these cuts will be felt across industries that rely on innovation and research, said a prominent researcher who wished to remain anonymous. We are not just talking about the loss of funding, we are witnessing the erosion of trust in American institutions. Historically, the United States has been a beacon for some of the brightest minds from around the world, offering unparalleled opportunities for education and research. However, the current climate is causing many to reconsider their options. Prominent scientists are reportedly exploring opportunities in countries that embrace and invest in research, signaling a potential shift in the landscape of global scientific talent. The world is watching, remarked an academic leader. If the U.S. continues down this path, we risk losing our status as the leading destination for researchers and innovators. The repercussions of this assault on science extend beyond individual institutions and researchers. The United States' scientific prowess has long been regarded as a critical driver of its economic strength. As funding dwindles and projects are shuttered, the implications for industries reliant on cutting-edge research, such as healthcare technology and environmental science, could be profound. Innovation thrives on collaboration and funding, explained a policy analyst. If we witness a decline in research output, the impacts will ripple through the economy. Furthermore, the political motivations behind these cuts have raised concerns about the integrity of the scientific process. Critics argue that the administration's actions reflect a broader ideological battle against established scientific consensus, particularly in areas like climate change and public health. This has led to fears that scientific inquiry may increasingly be subordinated to political agendas, further jeopardizing the credibility of American research. As the situation unfolds, stakeholders from academia, industry, and government must grapple with the urgent need for a reassessment of priorities. To mitigate the risks posed by the current trajectory, experts advocate for a renewed commitment to supporting scientific research and fostering an environment that encourages innovation. We need to recognize that investing in science is investing in our future, emphasized a leading economist. The consequences of neglecting this vital sector will be felt for generations. In conclusion, the ongoing assault on American science represents not only a significant self-harm but also a challenge that requires immediate attention. As the nation faces the potential loss of its standing as a global leader in research and innovation, it must recalibrate its approach to scientific funding and education. The future of American science hinges on the ability to attract and retain talent, secure funding, and maintain an environment conducive to inquiry and exploration. Without decisive action, the United States risks ceding its competitive edge to nations that are more committed to fostering scientific advancement. This weekend marks a significant milestone for the Selma High School class of 1975 as they gather to celebrate their 50th reunion. The reunion festivities commenced on Friday evening with a meet and greet. and will continue through Sunday with a series of events designed to reconnect classmates and reminisce about their shared experiences. The highlight of the weekend includes a tour of their alma mater, brunch at the convention center, and a grand banquet. The reunion culminates with a worship service at the Tabernacle of Praise Church, followed by dinner at Lanny's Barbecue, a beloved local eatery known for its vibrant community atmosphere. Joanne Ouden, a passionate member of the class of 1975, expressed her gratitude for the opportunity to reconnect after 5 decades. To be able to be alive 50 years later after graduating from Selma High School, I'm just blessed. I'm just here by the grace of God, she said, reflecting on the significance of their gathering. The class of 1975 holds a unique place in history, as they were among the first to experience integration in Selma. They were 9th graders when the landmark decision of Brown v. Board of Education began to reshape the educational landscape, and they transitioned to Selma High School together in 1972. Donald G. Jefferson, another notable class member, recalled the atmosphere during that transformative period. Our parents always told us that integration was coming. It took 17 years for Brown v. Board of Education to finally reach Selma, he noted, emphasizing the pressure felt by students of color to excel academically. Jefferson spoke fondly of the educators who guided them through their formative years, stating, "We had great teachers who were thought way ahead of their time." His educational journey continued at Livingston College, now known as the University of West Alabama. A testament to the foundation laid during high school. The reunion serves not only as a celebration of friendships forged but also as a reflection on the challenges and triumphs faced by the class. Jefferson poignantly remarked, "We were kind of a vanguard for Selma. We were such a great class, and it's such a blessing to get to see so many of our classmates that we haven't seen for a long time. And this might be one of the last reunions that we will ever have, especially one that many of the class will be able to attend." As the class of 1975 gathers, they not only celebrate their past but also look toward the future, cherishing the bonds that have endured across decades. The reunion serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience and unity that define their shared history, leaving an indelible mark on the community of Selma. In an era where health and wellness are paramount concerns for many, a recent study has shed light on the benefits of side sleeping, particularly for individuals suffering from conditions such as sleep apnea, acid reflux, and chronic back pain. The findings suggest that a simple adjustment in sleep posture could lead to significant health improvements, a revelation that could transform the way we approach sleep hygiene. Research indicates that millions of people worldwide struggle with various sleep-related issues, including obstructive sleep apnea, which is often exacerbated by sleeping positions. According to Dr. Raj Dasgupta, a pulmonary and sleep medicine specialist at Huntington Memorial Hospital in California, side sleeping does have clear benefits over stomach or back sleeping, but only for certain groups of individuals. This statement highlights the importance of understanding how specific sleep positions can affect overall health. One of the key advantages of side sleeping is its potential to alleviate symptoms associated with sleep apnea. Individuals who sleep on their backs are more likely to snore, which can signify a blockage in the airway, a common occurrence in sleep apnea. Dr. Rafael Pelayo, a clinical professor at Stanford University, explains that gravity can cause the tongue to relax and block the throat when lying on one's back. This obstruction disrupts airflow, leading to breathing pauses that can last from seconds to over a minute. Such interruptions not only impair sleep quality but also have been linked to serious health risks, including hypertension, heart disease, and stroke, as noted by sleep scientist Dr. Sonia Ankali Israel from the University of California, San Diego. Side sleeping, on the other hand, facilitates a more open airway by allowing the tongue to fall naturally to the side of the mouth. Dr. Dasgupta emphasizes that there's solid evidence that sleeping this way helps keep the airway open, which can reduce both snoring and the number of breathing pauses. Additionally, research led by Dr. Susan Redline from Brigham and Women's Hospital suggests that side sleeping alters the anatomy of the upper airway, making it comparable to using an oral appliance designed for sleep apnea. The benefits of side sleeping extend beyond respiratory health. they also include significant relief from back pain. A meta-analysis has shown that sleeping on one side provides better spinal support compared to sleeping on the back or stomach, which can exacerbate lower back pain. Dr. Alexander Vidanovic, a professor at Harvard Medical School, warns against stomach sleeping, stating that it offers the least support for the spine. Instead, side sleeping helps maintain the natural curvature of the spine and alleviates pressure on the lower back, a finding that resonates with many individuals experiencing discomfort during sleep. Moreover, side sleeping has been shown to combat acid reflux, a common condition that can lead to serious complications if untreated. Research indicates that this position keeps the esophagus above the stomach, making it harder for stomach contents to flow back up. Notably, sleeping on the left side is particularly effective for preventing heartburn. Dr. Meyer Krieger, a professor emeritus at Yale University, points out that side sleeping not only aids in preventing reflux but also helps speed up digestion. Transitioning to a side sleeping position, however, can be challenging for those accustomed to other postures. Experts recommend creating a conducive sleep environment by utilizing body pillows or rolled towels to encourage the desired position. Additionally, wearable devices and smartphone apps can assist in monitoring sleep positions and alerting users when they roll onto their backs. As the research continues to evolve, the implications of these findings are vast, potentially paving the way for new sleep recommendations and interventions aimed at improving health outcomes. With millions affected by sleep-related issues, the simple act of changing one's sleeping position may represent a crucial step toward better health and well-being. As more awareness spreads about the benefits of side sleeping, health professionals will likely continue to advocate for the small yet impactful change, encouraging individuals to prioritize their sleep health for a better quality of life. In a week marked by intense legislative maneuvering, the U.S. House of Representatives narrowly passed a controversial tax reform bill known as the Big Beautiful Bill, sending ripples through financial markets and raising concerns about the nation's fiscal future. The bill, which aims to extend tax cuts from 2017 while introducing new provisions, has sparked heated debates among lawmakers, economists, and citizens alike. This legislation, which could potentially add between $3 trillion and $5 trillion to the national debt, has left many wondering about the long-term implications for the economy. The House vote, which concluded with a nail-biting margin of 215 to 214, was not without controversy. Notably, only two Republicans, Warren Davidson of Ohio and Thomas Massie of Kentucky, voted against the bill, citing concerns over its impact on the federal deficit. The debate leading up to the vote was fraught with tension, with some representatives questioning the lack of a comprehensive cost assessment before making such significant fiscal decisions. As Congressman Lloyd Doggett of Texas pointedly observed, the deficit hawks have become chicken hawks tonight in submission to Trump, the self-described king of debt. Compounding the uncertainty surrounding the bill is the ongoing nomination process for the IRS commissioner. Billy Long, a former Republican congressman, faced intense scrutiny during his confirmation hearing. Critics, including Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, expressed alarm over Long's lack of formal tax training and his prior involvement with controversial tax credits such as the ill-fated tribal tax credit. Long's admission of marketing these credits for a referral fee raised additional red flags about his suitability for the position, further complicating the legislative landscape. As the House's version of the tax bill makes its way to the Senate, it faces an uphill battle. The Senate has already introduced its version of the No Tax on Tips Act, which is distinct from the House proposal. This act, originally introduced by Senator Ted Cruz, passed with unanimous consent, a rare occurrence for tax-related measures. Senator Jackie Rosen of Nevada championed the bill on the Senate floor, highlighting its importance to states with a high percentage of tipped workers. The ongoing fiscal discussion is further complicated by external factors, including a downgrade of the U.S. credit rating by Moody's, which has raised alarms about the government's increasing deficit burden. As the nation grapples with rising interest rates and debt financing costs, the implications of expansive tax cuts could threaten the country's economic stability. Moody's decision to lower the U.S. credit score from a prime AAA to AA1 signals a growing concern over default risk. A situation that could have dire consequences for future government borrowing. Amid these developments, the public has expressed mixed reactions. While some view the proposed tax cuts as a necessary relief, others are wary of their potential to exacerbate the deficit. Recent statistics reveal that approximately 51.8% of individuals aged 65 and older rely on Social Security for half or more of their income, underscoring the importance of sustainable fiscal policies that protect vulnerable populations. As legislators continue to deliberate over the tax reform bill, the American public remains acutely aware of the stakes involved. With a promise from Speaker Johnson to finalize the House version before Memorial Day and President Trump eager to sign the bill into law by Independence Day, the coming weeks will be pivotal. The outcome of this legislation will not only shape the economic landscape but will also reflect the government's priorities as it navigates the delicate balance between tax relief and fiscal responsibility. In this complex and evolving narrative, one thing is clear: the path ahead will require careful consideration and robust debate as lawmakers strive to address the multifaceted challenges posed by tax reform in an era of economic uncertainty. As we approach key deadlines, it remains to be seen how these developments will unfold and the lasting impact they will have on the American economy. In an electrifying episode of Wheel of Fortune that aired on May 23, 2025, contestant Rachel Grenier from Lafayette, Louisiana broke a 19-week bonus round losing streak, capturing the hearts of viewers and winning a remarkable $62,000. This long-awaited victory not only highlights Grenier's determination but also signifies a pivotal moment for the iconic game show, which has seen a series of unfortunate misfortunes in its concluding rounds. Grenier, a seasoned K-12 educator and school principal with over 2 decades of experience, showcased her impressive puzzle-solving skills amidst a Margaritaville-themed week on the show. Her background as an educator likely contributed to her analytical approach to the game, allowing her to navigate the challenges of the puzzles effectively. In the words of Shamar Moore, "The streak is over," Grenier exclaimed after solving the final puzzle, marking an end to what many fans considered a shocking series of defeats. The significance of Grenier's win cannot be understated. The 19 consecutive bonus round losses had become a talking point among fans and critics alike, raising questions about the luck and strategy involved in the game. This phenomenon brought attention to the unpredictable nature of the game show format and the psychological pressure contestants face when the stakes are high. Grenier's triumph serves as a reminder of the resilience required to compete in such a high-pressure environment. Furthermore, Grenier's win reflects a broader trend in game shows where audience engagement and contestant relatability play crucial roles in determining success. Contestants who resonate with viewers like Grenier often become fan favorites, leading to increased viewership and support. As she celebrated her victory, many fans took to social media to express their excitement, further amplifying her impact on the show. As the game show continues to evolve, the producers and creators will be keen to capitalize on Grenier's inspiring story, potentially inviting her back for special appearances or promotions. The buzz surrounding her win could lead to a renewed interest in Wheel of Fortune, particularly as audiences look for uplifting narratives in entertainment. In conclusion, Rachel Grenier's victory on Wheel of Fortune is not just a personal achievement, it symbolizes hope and perseverance against the odds. As the show moves forward, viewers can anticipate more thrilling moments and perhaps even a shift in the dynamic of bonus rounds as producers seek to maintain momentum and keep audiences captivated. With Grenier's inspiring story at the forefront, the future of Wheel of Fortune looks promising, inviting both new contestants and loyal fans to continue cheering for their favorites in the quest for fortune and fame. In a bold move that underscores the competitive landscape of European football, Liverpool FC has reportedly made a staggering $170 million bid for Florian Wirtz, a promising young talent from Bayer Leverkusen. This significant investment not only highlights Liverpool's ambitions for the upcoming season but also serves as a litmus test for the financial limitations of Bundesliga clubs in the face of increasing global competition. Wirtz, who has been making waves in the Bundesliga with his dynamic playmaking abilities, has been a target for several top clubs across Europe. Liverpool's interest reflects a broader trend among elite teams seeking to bolster their rosters with young high-potential players. According to sources close to the negotiations, Liverpool's offer is a testament to the player's rising stock and the club's eagerness to secure a future star. Despite the allure of such a lucrative offer, the situation also brings to light the financial constraints that Bundesliga clubs often face compared to their English Premier League counterparts. While Liverpool's bid could potentially reshape their squad for years to come, it raises questions about Bayer Leverkusen's ability to retain their key players amidst such aggressive pursuits. A club representative noted, "While we appreciate the interest in Wirtz, it is vital for us to evaluate what is best for our team and its future." This scenario is emblematic of the ongoing struggle Bundesliga clubs have when competing in the transfer market against teams with far deeper pockets. The Premier League's lucrative broadcasting deals and commercial revenue streams give clubs like Liverpool a significant financial advantage, allowing them to pursue high-value signings more aggressively. As former Bundesliga star and current pundit put it, the disparity in financial resources makes it increasingly challenging for German clubs to hold on to their best players. Meanwhile, Liverpool's strategy is part of a broader trend where clubs are investing heavily in youth, seeking to build sustainable squads that can compete both domestically and in European competitions. With Wirtz's potential to evolve into one of the top talents in world football, Liverpool's move could pay dividends not just in performance on the pitch but also in long-term financial returns through potential future sales or enhanced marketability. As the transfer window heats up, all eyes will be on how Bayer Leverkusen responds to Liverpool's overture. The outcome could set a precedent for future dealings involving Bundesliga clubs and their ability to retain talent against the financial might of clubs in other leagues. Looking ahead, if Liverpool successfully secures Wirtz, it may prompt a new wave of investments in young players across Europe as clubs reassess their strategies in the face of evolving financial landscapes. The coming months will be crucial not only for Liverpool and Wirtz but for the broader dynamics of talent acquisition in football, with implications that could resonate for years to come. In recent months, American scientific integrity has come under increasing scrutiny, particularly amid a rising tide of anti-science sentiment. The implications of this trend are profound and troubling, affecting not only researchers but the broader landscape of innovation and public health in the United States. A recent article from The Economist highlights the ongoing assault on scientific institutions, exacerbated by political rhetoric and policy decisions that threaten the very foundation of American research. At the heart of this crisis is a growing belief among some political factions that scientific findings can be selectively disregarded or manipulated to fit pre-existing narratives. This movement, often linked to the Make America Great Again MAGA ideology, is not merely an academic concern, it poses a tangible risk to the nation's global leadership in science and technology. The article notes that this assault is emblematic of a broader self-harm, suggesting that the erosion of trust in scientific authority could lead to dire consequences for public health, environmental policy, and technological advancement. One striking statistic underscores the potential fallout. A report indicates that cuts to scientific funding could lead to a significant academic brain drain. This phenomenon, where top researchers migrate to countries with more supportive scientific environments, compromises the U.S.'s competitive edge in innovation. As one researcher commented, when scientists feel undervalued or unappreciated, they will seek opportunities elsewhere, and America will pay the price most of all. The article also delves into the implications of reduced investments in scientific research. It warns that the consequences of such cuts will ripple through society, particularly in areas like public health, where scientific research has historically driven advancements in medicine and disease prevention. For instance, recent funding reductions in health research have already started to affect the development of treatments and vaccines, raising alarms among public health officials. In contrast to this bleak outlook, emerging businesses in tech and agriculture offer a glimmer of hope. a new venture launched by Lewisburg resident Jason Wolf. Pleasant View Drone Services LLC exemplifies how technology can be harnessed to address practical challenges in agriculture. By utilizing drone technology for precision spraying, Wolf aims to improve efficiency in farming, a sector increasingly reliant on technology. The way I've seen agriculture going is with a lot of technology, whether it was autonomous tractors or precision planting, he noted, reflecting a mindset that embraces innovation even in the face of broader societal challenges. Wolf's venture is indicative of a shift among some in the agricultural community who recognize the benefits of integrating technology to enhance productivity. As he explained, it's fast, efficient, and precise. I can get into small fields and get above the trees. His focus on providing drone applications for pest control and other agricultural needs demonstrates a proactive approach to adopting new technologies even as some farmers remain hesitant. Moreover, the scientific community is not entirely resigned to defeat. Recent breakthroughs, such as a new study challenging the widely accepted claim that humans and chimpanzees share only a 1% genetic difference, highlight the ongoing rigorous pursuits in biological research. This study, which reveals a genetic divergence of at least 14%, underscores the importance of continuing to challenge established narratives and push the boundaries of scientific understanding. As the political landscape continues to shift, the future of American science hangs in the balance. The challenges posed by anti-science movements are significant, yet they also provide an impetus for renewal and innovation within the scientific community. With the potential for new businesses and research breakthroughs to emerge, there remains a chance for American science to reclaim its stature as a global leader. However, this will require concerted efforts to support scientific integrity and foster an environment where research can thrive without political interference. The coming years will be crucial as the nation navigates these complex dynamics, with the hope that a renewed commitment to science will prevail. In a groundbreaking systematic review published in the Pharmacogenomics journal, researchers have uncovered a significant link between genetic biomarkers and the risk of cardiac diseases in childhood cancer survivors. This comprehensive study, led by Nyla Aba and her team, highlights the pressing need to refine risk stratification and monitoring strategies for these vulnerable patients who often face long-term health complications following cancer treatment. Childhood cancer survival rates have dramatically improved over the past 5 decades, with more than 80% of patients living beyond 5 years post-diagnosis. However, these advancements come at a cost, as survivors frequently experience a range of secondary health issues, particularly cardiac diseases, which are now recognized as the leading non-malignant cause of death in this population. Previous treatments, particularly those involving anthracycline chemotherapy and radiotherapy to the heart, have been linked to increased risks of cardiomyopathy, heart failure, and other cardiovascular disorders. Despite this knowledge, the variability in how these diseases manifest among similarly treated patients suggests that genetic predispositions may play a crucial role. The research team conducted an extensive literature review examining studies published up to April 2023 and identified 20 relevant studies that explored genetic factors associated with cardiac diseases in childhood cancer survivors. The findings revealed several genetic variants consistently linked to cardiomyopathy, including notable variants such as SLC28A3RS785375 and RRGRS2229774. The review emphasizes the importance of establishing a clinically useful set of genetic markers to identify high-risk patients, which could lead to better targeted monitoring and preventive strategies. Our findings indicate that genetic factors significantly contribute to the risk of developing cardiomyopathy in childhood cancer survivors, noted lead researcher Nyla Aba. Identifying these biomarkers can enhance our ability to stratify patients based on their individual susceptibility, allowing for tailored follow-up care and interventions to mitigate cardiac risks. The systematic review employed rigorous methodologies, including the QGenie tool for assessing the quality of genetic association studies, and followed PRISMA guidelines to ensure comprehensive reporting. Among the studies analyzed, 15 were case control studies while 5 were cohort studies, collectively encompassing a diverse range of genetic sequencing methods including genome-wide association studies (GWAS) and whole exome sequencing. The results indicated that genetic predispositions along with environmental factors such as treatment regimens and patient demographics could significantly influence cardiac health outcomes. One of the key insights is the potential for genetic screening to inform treatment decisions at the onset of cancer therapy. By identifying patients at higher risk of cardiotoxicity, healthcare providers could consider alternative treatment protocols or administer cardioprotective agents during therapy. Furthermore, ongoing monitoring of high-risk individuals could lead to earlier detection and intervention for cardiac complications, ultimately improving long-term health outcomes for childhood cancer survivors. The implications of this research extend beyond individual patient care, as it underscores the need for a paradigm shift in how healthcare systems approach survivorship care. With the integration of genetic insights into clinical practice, there is a potential to enhance the quality of life for survivors by minimizing the burden of late-onset cardiac diseases. As the field of pediatric oncology continues to evolve, this systematic review serves as a clarion call for further research into the genetic underpinnings of treatment-related complications. Future studies are essential to validate these findings and expand the understanding of the interplay between genetics, treatment modalities, and long-term health outcomes in childhood cancer survivors. In conclusion, the integration of genetic biomarkers into clinical practice could revolutionize the approach to monitoring and managing cardiac health in childhood cancer survivors, paving the way for personalized care strategies that prioritize both survival and quality of life. As the scientific community continues to unravel the complexities of treatment-related risks, the hope is that more effective and less toxic therapies can be developed, ultimately benefiting future generations of young cancer survivors. In an event commemorating the 30th anniversary of the Dayton Peace Accords, officials from the Balkans and the United States convened in Dayton, Ohio, to underscore the significance of NATO in fostering global peace. The gathering, part of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, drew bipartisan support from U.S. representatives and highlighted the enduring impact of the accords in stabilizing a region that once faced intense conflict. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Matthew Whitaker, speaking at a public forum at the University of Dayton, articulated the necessity of alliances in an increasingly complex global landscape. There's no doubt that the U.S. as the world's leading superpower will be challenged in the future, and it's going to need friends, he stated, emphasizing NATO's role as a crucial partner in maintaining international peace. Whitaker's remarks also acknowledged the ongoing pressures on European allies to bolster their military expenditures, a sentiment that has been echoed across various political platforms in recent years. The Dayton Peace Accords, which were negotiated at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in 1995, brought an end to the Bosnian War and established a framework for peace that has largely endured. U.S. Representatives Rick Larson and Neil Dunn defended the importance of NATO membership, particularly in the context of current geopolitical tensions. Dunn passionately described NATO as a blessing for peace, and it is the best insurance for peace, underscoring the alliance's vital role in responding to contemporary conflicts, including the war in Ukraine. The event featured poignant contributions from officials representing Bosnia and Herzegovina, including Elmedin Konakovic, the country's foreign affairs minister. Reflecting on his experiences as a young soldier during the Bosnian War, Konakovic remarked on the profound significance of the peace achieved through the accords. "I can tell you how close the value of the peace is to all of us," he shared. His comments resonate deeply in light of ongoing global conflicts that have left many questioning the efficacy of diplomatic resolutions. Former U.S. Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, who moderated the discussions, recalled harrowing memories of her visits to post-war Sarajevo, where the scars of conflict still linger. During the forum, she invited former Ambassador Peter Galbraith and retired U.S. Army General Wesley Clark to reflect on their experiences, further enriching the dialogue about NATO's historical and ongoing role in promoting stability. The 5-day anniversary event led by Republican U.S. Representative Mike Turner, who previously served as mayor of Dayton, will culminate in a plenary session on Monday. The gathering has drawn approximately 300 parliamentarians and dignitaries, all united in their recognition of NATO's pivotal role in ensuring peace and security in Europe and beyond. As discussions continue about the future of NATO and its expansion, particularly regarding Bosnia and Herzegovina's aspirations for membership, officials remain optimistic about the prospects for peace in a region still facing historical grievances. The enduring legacy of the Dayton Accords serves as a reminder that while the path to stability is fraught with challenges, the pursuit of peace is always a worthwhile endeavor. Looking ahead, the conversations sparked by this anniversary are likely to influence NATO's strategic direction and its ability to respond to emerging global threats. The commitment to collective security remains a cornerstone of international relations, and as geopolitical dynamics evolve, the importance of alliances like NATO will only grow. In a remarkable development for both astronomy and the study of our solar system, scientists have recently identified a new dwarf planet located at the far reaches of our celestial neighborhood, dubbed Pluto's extreme cousin. This discovery sheds light on the diverse and complex nature of the objects that populate the outer solar system, revealing more about the formation and evolution of our planetary system. The newly identified dwarf planet, which remains unnamed, is situated in a region known as the scattered disk, a distant area populated by icy bodies and remnants from the solar system's formation. This finding is significant as it not only enhances our understanding of the outer solar system but also raises questions about the characteristics and behaviors of similar celestial bodies. According to leading astronomer Dr. Emily Carter, this discovery could redefine what we know about the boundaries of our solar system and the types of objects that inhabit it. The identification of this dwarf planet is the result of extensive observations made using advanced telescopes that can detect the faint light reflected off these distant objects. The data collected suggests that the dwarf planet possesses unique surface features that could provide insights into the conditions present in the early solar system. Studying such extreme cousins of Pluto allows us to piece together the climatic and compositional history of these far-off worlds, noted Dr. Carter. This discovery not only excites astronomers but also underscores the importance of ongoing and future exploration of the outer solar system. As technology advances, we can expect to uncover more about these distant worlds that have remained shrouded in mystery for so long. With every new finding, we are reminded of how much there is still to learn about our universe, Dr. Carter added. In another area of scientific inquiry, researchers have made a surprising breakthrough regarding the widely used pain relief drug Tylenol. Recent studies indicate that the mechanism by which acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, alleviates pain is not as straightforward as previously believed. Traditionally regarded as a straightforward analgesic, new research suggests that the drug may work through unexpected pathways in the brain. These findings could lead to a re-evaluation of how we understand pain relief and the medications we use, stated Dr. Amanda Liu, a pharmacologist involved in the study. The implications of this research could be significant, leading to the development of more effective pain management strategies that could enhance patient care and outcomes. Moreover, in the realm of dietary health, a new study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine has raised alarms about the consumption of ultra-processed foods. Researchers analyzed data from over 240,000 participants across 8 countries and found a concerning link between high intake of ultra-processed foods and an increased risk of premature death. The study revealed that approximately 14% of all premature deaths in the U.S. could be attributed to these foods, which are prevalent in modern diets. Experts emphasize that while ultra-processed foods are convenient, their consumption should be moderated. These foods often lack nutritional value and can lead to health issues such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and chronic inflammation, explained registered dietitian Jessica Cording. She recommends that individuals focus on an 85-15 dietary approach where the majority of one's intake is composed of whole, minimally processed foods, with some room for flexibility with ultra-processed options. As we continue to uncover the complexities of the universe and our own health, it is clear that these discoveries prompt further inquiry and reflection. Each breakthrough adds another layer to our understanding, highlighting the importance of ongoing research and the potential for future advancements in both astronomy and health sciences. As these fields evolve, we remain on the cusp of new knowledge that can transform our perspectives on life, the universe, and everything in between.